Hello everyone, my name is Nurhafika Suna. Right now, our group will be discussing stress and its effect on learning and memory in students. First, let's understand what stress means in psychology. Stress is the body's and mind response to any challenge or demand. It can be caused by exam, deadline, social pressure, or personal issues. When someone experiences stress, the body releases hormones like cortisol, which can affect thinking, emotion, and behavior. Stress can be classified into two types, eustress and distress. Eustress or positive stress motivates students to perform better and achieve goals. For example, feeling a little nervous before an exam can help a student focus and study more efficiently. In contrast, distress or negative stress occurs when stress becomes overwhelming. This can make it difficult to concentrate, remember information, or complete tasks effectively. Understanding stress is important in education because students face many challenges that can affect their learning and memory. By learning about stress, students and educators can find a way to manage it effectively, turning pressure into motivation and reducing negative effect on learning.
Hello, my name is Surya Najwa. So today I'm going to explain because what is causes of stress. So first, I want to let you guys to know that causes of stress have two causes. First, internal causes, and second, external causes. What is internal causes? Internal causes is causes of stress that come from within the student themselves. For example, overthinking, high personal standard, negative self-talk, poor time management, lack of confidence, fear of failure, perfectionism. Second causes is external causes. What is external causes? External causes is causes of stress that come from outside factors. For example, academic pressure such as exam and tests. Second is family expectation. Third, comparison with others, and workload, social pressure, financial issues, relationship problem, and last one is unhealthy learning environment.
So hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Farida Natasha. So I will present in my part on psychology explanation. In this part, I will explain two things, which is what happens in brain when stressed and how stress affect memory function. So firstly, I would like to explain what happens in brain during stress. When we feel stressed, our body releases hormone is called cortisol. A little amount of cortisol is helpful for our focus and because it makes us more alert. But if we stress for a long and too much, cortisol become harmful. It affects the hippocampus, which is a part of our brains that is responsible for us memory and learning. So if you become stressed, you have to store memory and learn a new information. Okay, next we're going to how stress affect memory function. So you have a three type of memory problems during stress, which is encoding problems, storage problem, and retrieval problems. For encoding problems, it's about how we taking in information. So when you become stressed, you will have to encode the new memories. Like when you are stressed, your mind will be busy thinking about the stress. Like, I'm scared, what if I fail? So you will less attention for a new information. In the simple words, stress steals your attention if your brain is focused on worrying. It cannot focus on learning. Next, the storage. It's about hippocampus for storing memories and organizing information. When stress is storing long-term cortisol, this will weaken the cell of the hippocampus and slow down memory function, and too much stress make the brain's memory storage weaker. For example, like students who are stressed for many assignment, tasks, or their family problems and no rest will struggle to remember what they studied last week because their memory system is overloaded. And the third is retrieval, which is how people remembering information. When you are highly stressed, the brains become overloaded and the cortisol will affect the prefrontal cortex. In simple words, stress makes the brain freeze, so you cannot recall information if you study. Next, according to the Yerkes-Dodson law, the theory shows that our performance and stress have a unique relationship. This law tells us that the amount of stress we feel can affect how we learn or do a task. First, on low stress, when stress is too low, students may not feel motivated, and there is not enough activation in their brains, so learning becomes poor. Then they may not focus or take their studies seriously. This is low performance difficult. Secondly is moderate stress. This is the best level for learning. At this stage, students have strong attention, better memory, and their brains become more alert and focused. For example, like students feel nervous for an exam, but their nervous push them to study hard and study clearly so they can perform better. In the simple word, they feel nervous and have a moderate stress, but still can control the feelings. And the last one is high stress. When stress becomes too much and high, the performance will drops. The brains become overloaded, memory retrieval become hard, and students may panic. Then it will make their mind go blank at the time.
Stress has a powerful influence on how students learn, think, and remember information. When the brain experiences stress, it releases chemicals like cortisol, and this can interrupt the processes needed for attention, focus, and memory. This is why stressed students often struggle to stay on task or absorb any new information effectively. Stress does not only affect learning mentality, but it also impacts students physically, mentally, and emotionally. Physically, stress can cause headaches, muscle tension, fatigue, a fast heartbeat, stomach aches, or trouble sleeping. When the body feels unwell, it becomes harder for students to stay focused or energetic in the class. While mentally, stress affects the brain's ability to think clearly. It causes forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, poor decision-making, overthinking, and mental exhaustion. These mental effects directly weaken learning and memory. Emotionally, stress can make students feel anxious, irritable, overwhelmed, or unmotivated. Some may experience mood swings, worry constantly about school, or feel hopeless when the stress is long-term. These emotional struggles make it even harder to learn or perform well in exams. In this slide, there are two types of stress, which is short-term stress and long-term stress. Now let's look at the short-term effects first. In the short term, stress can cause students to forget information easily or lose concentration during lessons. It can lead to overthinking, mental confusion, and even those common blank moments during exams. For example, a student may have studied thoroughly the night before, but the moment the exam paper is in front of them, their mind freezes. That happens because stress blocks memory recall. However, when stress continues for long periods, it becomes long-term stress, and the effects become more serious. Long-term stress can lead to burnout, where students feel constantly tired and emotionally drained. It can reduce motivation, making schoolwork feel impossible. Students may also experience ongoing sleep problems, which further weakens focus and learning. Over time, this long-lasting stress can contribute to anxiety, depression, and a drop in academic performance. Overall, stress affects every part of a student's life, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It weakens focus, blocks memory recall, lowers motivation, and reduces exam performance. This is why understanding and managing stress is so important for healthy learning and academic success.
Hello everyone, my name is Joy Velvety Jinkri, and today I will talk about how to manage stress among the students. Managing stress among students is essential for creating a healthy learning environment. effective method is using relaxation techniques, especially deep breathing. Students can practice simple breathing exercise such as inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 2 seconds, and exhaling for 6 seconds. This technique helps calm the mind, reduce anxiety, and improve focus during lesson. Besides that, teachers play an important role in building a supportive classroom environment. This means giving students a safe space to express their feelings, avoiding shaming or comparing them with others, and praising their effort instead of focusing only on results. When students feel respected and supported, they are more confident and less stressed. Schools can also introduce a stress management workshop, usually a short 1 to 2 hour sessions, led by counselor or teachers. This program includes breathing exercise, time management tips, effective study techniques, and simple mindfulness activities. Such workshop help students understand their stress, learn how to cope with it, and develop healthy habits to support their academics and emotional well-being. Overall, these strategies work together to create a more positive, balanced, and stress-free school experience for all students.
Hello and very good morning to Miss Andrea. My name is Nurdiana Vidyanadi. I am from section MST2. Before we end, I will share with you about our conclusion regarding our topic. In conclusion, the stress effect on how students learn, perform, and remember. A small amount of stress can motivate us. When it becomes serious, that will become hard to focus, understand the lesson, and recall what we studied. That is important to know what is stress. So the next one is, when we recognize stress earlier, we will manage to use a healthy way, such as like good time management, enough rest, and emotional support from others. And last but not least, which is, by taking care of our stress level, we not only improve our learn and remember, we also can protect our mental and emotional being. Overall, managing stress can affect us to learn better and then remember effectively, and also achieve academic successful. Thank you for watching us.